From deep down in the Gastle basement comes Heather and Chris live with KENTPOOL. Hey guys, what's up? What's happening? Welcome. So, it's yet another Friday evening interview night. I know you guys are all excited about this. I know I am.
I'm super excited.
Did you pick 3 random questions?
No, did you?
Nope. So it looks like we're going to be flying by the seat of our pants tonight. Guys, I don't think that we need to really introduce KENTPOOL. I think you already know KENTPOOL. He's awesome. So, without further ado, if I can get to it, KENTPOOL, there he is! Holy crap!
What's going on, everybody?
Well, well, well. We finally have KENTPOOL in our grasp. We've been trying to do this for quite some time, and he's finally here. What do you think about that, Heather?
I think it's awesome. Are you a villain?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. You sounded like
I could be mistaken for one, you know.
Yeah.
KENTPOOL, KENTPOOL, KENTPOOL. So,
Just anti-heroes tonight.
that's right.
No heroes, no villains, anti-heroes.
Anti-heroes, Heather. You hear that?
interesting.
That's right. So, I'm going to start off with a question I've been thinking about all day, and you might have told people this 100 times over, but for the sake of an interview, how in God's name did you meet Jeddah Patrol? Because I remember the very first video that I saw you in, you were at Jeddah's house. So, how did you meet him? Have you been friends for a long time? Did you meet in line trying to buy a pop? Were you at a party and he was there? How did you meet him?
So, believe it or not, we are in the same Facebook group, the Toy Syndicate. And this guy in the Charlotte area messages me after seeing some of my posts and kind of back and forth looking at some posts, and he says, "Hey, you wanna go to the mall and hand out some toys to some kids?" And this was November of 17, and I was like, "Hey, let's go check it out." And that was the first. He was still Noob Skywalker back then. So it was some old school.
So,
but yeah, we just we saw each other on Facebook and decided we would go hang out, and we've been hanging out ever since.
That's awesome.
So now you guys are good pals. You met on a Facebook group that was toy related. Did you already collect pops then, or did you start collecting pops after you started talking to Jeddah, or did you guys mutually start collecting?
So I was just getting into Pops. Me and Pops are kind of a funny relationship. With Pops, I originally was just going to get sport athlete Pops.
Okay.
Then it turned into I was only going to get DC Pops. Then it pretty much turned into everything else. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm a huge Marvel Legends collector, and that's how I started into really collecting toys.
You don't say.
Pops was just kind of the next thing.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I collect Marvel Legends, and behind you is like a mountain.
There's a couple.
I've been to Mount Rushmore one time, and behind you is Mount Rushmore.
there might be one or two. Yeah, there's a couple Marvel Legends.
So how long ago was it that you started collecting Marvel Legends?
Surprisingly, I've only been collecting since maybe 2016.
2016? That's still a good amount of time. Amount of time. And what made you start collecting those?
It's like those crazy serial killer shows stuff. Like, I've been watching everybody on YouTube, and just after watching so many videos, I was like, hey, I can do this. And Next thing you know, I'm at a Walgreens and I'm picking up my first Nick Fury Marvel Legend, and then I'm finding shops, garage sales, all kinds of stuff, trying to pick up the ones that I had missed at retail, and it's just it's a fun habit to get into.
Yeah, it is. That's how I feel about Funko Pops. Obviously, with collecting, it's fun to go out and hunt for them and search for them. It's not really good for the bank account. No, it doesn't serve the bank account very well. I do see all of you guys are in there saying it looks like an old Kung Fu movie. Sorry, and I'll tell you why I'm apologizing. Well, I tried to upload one of our videos while we were doing this, and it slowed everything down. I thought that things could kind of, with today's technology, I thought we could upload a video and talk at the same time. But guess what? Nope.
We had this issue on our last live.
Where it was doing this?
Yeah.
Well, then all I can say is that our internet is horrible.
Must
is
be.
It possible?
What's that thing over there? Is that a hard line?
No.
What is it?
There's a hard line in here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, no, I'm sorry. It's a hard line. What? No, we're not talking about this. We're talking to KENTPOOL. We're not. We'll get to that later. We'll talk to you guys about this later.
Sorry about the lips and sounds.
Yeah, sorry about the lips and sounds. We apologize for that. But you can put up with it. We're big boys and girls in here, aren't we? Watch, there's a child in here watching. Now I look like a complete a-hole. So how many?
I mean, we're anti-heroes, so we're just we got to run the connection through some different servers and stuff. We can't have anybody finding us. So
That's right.
We got to bounce the signals through China, through Russia. So
I like the right idea.
He does have the right idea. I will say that somebody or a couple people in the comment section mentioned that it was creepy that you were handing toys out at the mall. Was there a reason why you guys did that, or?
I think that's sweet.
No. I mean, I didn't know if there was.
Christmas.
Go ahead.
It was right before Christmas.
Okay, so you were just doing it out of the goodness of your heart. It wasn't a part of like some sort of charity or anything. Is my question.
But what about a charity makes that creepy?
No, they said it. I didn't say it. Why are you pinning this on me?
Oh, hey, you guys are not very nice.
Didn't say, I'm asking.
That is so nice.
Listen, I'm asking questions to clear it up. Okay? Because we don't want KENTPOOL now. Everybody's like, look at this creeper on YouTube giving out toys to children in 2017. Was it 2017?
I would be so thrilled if someone handed
2017.
me a toy.
Yeah, 2017.
Oh
well, no, it's like like maybe people are thinking it's like luring kids to cars with candy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, I got a Marvel Legends. That's what they're thinking. That's what, not me, them.
Oh my gosh, it's Christmas gift,
Don't
guys.
judge them.
I am.
They're the audience.
Goodness.
Take it easy, would you? So your very favorite Build-A-Figure that you have. What is your very favorite one?
Who best Build-A-Figure? Oh man, there are a lot of good Build-A-Figures, but I would say the Marvel Legends Juggernaut. That is actually the Build-A-Figure that made me an out-of-box collector.
Mm-hmm.
I had the entire Juggernaut wave, and I kept seeing videos on YouTube of the Juggernaut put together, and that's when I started opening up the Marvel Legends and putting the Build-A-Figures together. So definitely the Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut's a cool one. I happen to like that new Venom. I think the new Venom's really cool.
Yeah, they did a good job with Monster Venom.
And the Sentinel, I see you have that one up there. Is that the Build-A-Fig, or is that the one that you bought with the 2-pack?
So that is the Amazon that
yes.
came with the Wolverine.
Gotcha. Okay. And then so I think I mentioned Kingpin. The Kingpin you have back there, I really like that one too.
Yeah, they did an awesome job with him.
Yeah, they sure did. And it's some of those waves, it kind of bums me out because, well, for collectors. Because I'm sure there are people out there who are just going to buy every figure that comes out. Some of the Build-A-Figures are kind of lame.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, like, even though... So I'm looking at the Manus from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Like, it wouldn't have been a bad figure, but to have it be the Build-A-Figure was a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. And the Sentry that they just released, I'm not a big fan of that one either.
Yeah, I mean, that is a interesting character. especially because they had so many MCU characters in that wave, and then to have a comic book Build-A-Figure, because I don't think we'll see, at least not that design of a Sentry in Captain Marvel movie.
So somebody in the comment section said, Kingpin, isn't that Steven Stafford? Steven Stafford from our Mac group. They said that
Nice.
Kingpin looks like Steven Stafford. Similar, but
hilarious.
Steven Stafford is definitely not that big. I would have to say that. So
He is a very like tall person.
he's a very tall person.
But that guy, Kingpin, he's more wide.
He's portly. He's portly.
Yes.
He's very
Steven
portly.
is definitely not.
So
Steven's just tall.
So now I noticed that with the Funko Pops, you do like collecting Marvel, right? So Marvel is like your big Funko Pop thing, just because it goes along well with all of your Marvel Legends up there.
Yes,
So
sir.
recently, we've been getting a lot of really cool Marvel Funko Pops. What has been a recent grail for you? What is one that you got your hands on? It was recently came out, and you're just like, wow, this thing is amazing. I absolutely fell in love with this.
So I've really been enjoying the Deadpool Pops. And I really was a fan of Deadpool riding the unicorn.
I really like that one too.
That's a
That one was
really
awesome.
cool pop.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool pop. Yeah, Marvel releases so much that sometimes it's
Right.
hard to decipher like what your favorite is versus what is the trash pop, I guess. And typically what they put out for Marvel is pretty good. Like Okoye with the wig, that was an awesome one. That was a little different.
Yeah.
I happen to enjoy that one. But I would have to say, for me, if we're talking about favorite Marvel Funko Pops that have come out recently that I consider a grail, and you might agree with this, is the Doctor Strange Ghost Rider that glows in the dark.
Yes. I was so happy to get that. The only thing that broke my heart about that pop was that Ryan got one. Because I was so pumped to, there's not many times I have pops that Ryan doesn't, and broke my heart when he got it. Just joke.
It's like you're like holding it, like dangling it over his head. Look what I have and you don't have. That's awesome. So how often do you go out and hunt?
Now that I'm in volleyball season, I coach volleyball, so I have slowed down quite a bit. So it'll probably mostly be the weekends now.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, I've kind of slowed down a lot. Unless something really, really piques my interest and I really need to have it. Captain Marvel Chase was one of them, but one of our friends
Sure.
helped us with it. So it's few and far between that I feel like I need to actually go out and hunt specifically. Is the same for you?
Well, hunting has become so just like lame to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because generally, like with our Hot Topics and box lunches, they post what they have online.
Right.
So it's like whoever gets there first. It's just a race to whoever
Whoever can stand in line the longest.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I can't even tell you. I think the last time I found a Chase on the shelf was a Chase Heartless.
Right, yeah.
Way back
Nice.
when.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. For a while, Heather and I had like this streak where we would go out and each one of us were able to find chases like really easily. I don't know why that happened, but remember it was like a 2-month stretch.
Yeah.
Like
it
we
was
were just
crazy.
boom, 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 boom. And then it just ended. I think it ended the one time you picked up the Heifer Pop and it wasn't a chase, but it had a chase sticker. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was
That was
the
silly.
worst day ever.
That was really, really silly.
I was so mad that day. You have no, like I was legitimately irritated by that.
I saw your face. Believe me.
Yeah.
I live with
And
you.
I don't get annoyed by pops. I just, like, to me, they're just material, silly little things where
I don't know about that. Okay.
I really don't.
You got really
I get-
mad when you got that box for the Headless Herschel.
Okay, well, that's because it was poor judgment on your part.
I don't know about that. Can we continue with the conversation? Do we have to hover on this, Heather? Can we just move on?
You're the one that brought it up.
I know.
But, yeah, I don't generally get upset about pops.
I know
but
you don't.
that day, oh, my God, I was so annoyed.
I know, I saw you.
I was so annoyed.
You scared me.
I scared
It's
me.
oftentimes Heather does not scare me. That day scared me. So that's what went down that time. So speaking of Marvel and all this stuff, did you start collecting comics at some point, and then you kind of started to dive in the action figures and then into the pops? Are you one of those types of guys? Because I was never into the comic books. I watched the cartoons growing up. I always loved the films when they came out as I was growing up. Never got into comics. Are you a comic book guy?
Oh yeah, I loved comics.
Oh, okay, so you're really into the comics.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like there's definitely people that know way more than me, but I've enjoyed a story or two.
Okay, so you've gotten into that before. That's cool. So So let's go with this.
Okay, I don't need to answer any.
No, go ahead. No, what do you got, Heather?
No, it's okay. My answer's stupid.
No, I want to hear. I want to hear.
I've never been into comics. I was into like the Sunday paper comics as a kid, which is weird because they're more adult. So it's like totally weird that
those are characters. They could actually bring out a whole line on like
totally
Sunday Funny Pops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Like Dilbert and that barbarian dude. Who else was in it? Garfield. Have they made a Garfield Pop?
I don't think so.
No, they have not made a
I
Garfield
don't
Pop.
think so either.
Yeah, they should definitely make it. Garfield and Odie. Are you kidding me?
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. That's oh yeah, they did do Charlie Brown. You're right. But they could do Sunday Funnies and they could be black and white. Brilliant idea on my part, Heather. Isn't that cool?
Super smart. You should work for Funko.
Oh my god, I so should.
You already have the jacket.
Get those trademarks.
Yeah, it's right. Start making my list. I'm checking it twice. So as for Marvel Legends, what is your favorite collection or line that has come out so far? I guess when they release all the figures and you had to build a figure, what is your favorite line so far of those?
So I would say probably my craziest thing with Marvel Legends is army building. There was a point where I probably had like 70 agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Whoa.
Between,
that's a lot of agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, between just like the armored looking, just Nick Fury as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent to custom figures of characters that have not been made by Hasbro, and again just some different like MCU Coulson and Nick Fury and stuff. So I'm really into the army building. I also have like probably about that many Hydra troops as well. So
wow,
I've always been a huge fan of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra, so it was really easy to army build those.
Interesting. So when you army build, you're finding them at like a decent price. You're not paying full value, right?
I mean, it just depends. For the most part, it's maybe finding somebody that had 6 of them on eBay and it's a discounted rate and stuff. Every once in a while, like if I haven't seen a figure in a while, I might pick it up at Walgreens just to add like one more troop.
That's
it
cool.
just depends.
That's cool. So where do you have them set up like somewhere on your thing back there?
Most of the Hydra in S.H.I.E.L.D. is kind of boxed up right now.
Okay.
Last year, MCU pretty much dominated for Hasbro, so I got a lot of MCU figures out. And then they had like 6 or 7 waves last year, so they've been taking up most of the shelf space.
Okay. So let's talk about that. Your space that you're in right now. Is this like an office area of yours?
Yeah, this is like a spare bedroom that I've turned into an office and
awesome.
Been doing.
That's cool. So you have your own like your own little beat laboratory, as they say on Step Brothers. They call it a beat laboratory. That's what they make all their beats. So you have your little beat laboratory in there.
With his boys. Boys? Boy Beats?
Boy Beats? No, it's...
Yeah, because remember he put his, on the drums?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do remember
made a little beats with his boys.
What? No, but that's cool. So what's behind you is what is set up in that room. Is everything else kind of like stored away? Like what's on the other side of the camera? That's what I find interesting.
I mean, we got a case with hot toys. We got some other... Like, I got most of my Marvel Legend X-Men together. I got some X-Men villains. So I just try to put together, like, all up in this section is kind of Avengers. We got some Spider-Verse back through here. And then I have, like, a whole section of Asgard and Guardians of the Galaxy and Fantastic Four. So
Awesome.
they're
So
just all over
you
the
walk
place.
you walk into the room. It's like a shrine.
Yeah. Oh
He's
yeah.
got it all.
Awesome. So you mentioned Hot Toys. How many of those do you have?
Legitimate Hot Toys. I have 4, but then I have 4 Cost Babies as well.
Ooh,
So 8 total.
I like the Cos babies.
What cos babies do you have?
I have Black Panther. I have Iron Man and Black Widow, and then I also have a Joker, which the Joker is like one of the original Cost Babies, so it's like kind of crazy looking.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It
I've never seen
almost
the
looks
Joker.
like the little puppet from the animated series, but it's Joker instead of Scarface.
Oh,
That's
that's awesome.
cool.
That's cool.
But it almost looks like that same design.
So where's the best place to find Cos babies? I asked this because I have the hardest time tracking those things down. I remember at one point in time they sold them on the Disney store, like .com or
Yes.
whatever the heck it was, or Disney Shop. I have not yet seen them come back out. There was a Doctor Strange with all the arms I really wanted. Could not find them. Where are you finding these things?
Mostly at Disney Store. So the newest like Avengers, the Black Panther, Widow, and Iron Man. I actually got them all on clearance at Disney Store.
Wow.
They did have a Thanos, but those sold before I could get over there and pick one up.
Yeah, I overpaid on my Thanos. Yep, I paid $35 for him.
Why?
I know. It's embarrassing. I paid double for Thanos, but I didn't know what the cost of them were because it said Hot Toys and it was on Macari. It said Hot
Right.
Toys. I had never really heard about them before. I didn't do much research, and I was like, I really like it. I had some funds from stuff that we had sold on there, for around the house, and I was like, I'll spend $35 and get it. Got it. 15. I was like, oh no! But I only found that because it was on DisneyShop.com or whatever.
Shop Disney.
Shop Disney. That's it. Shop.Disney or something like that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
So what we do
Big
sometimes.
Bad Toy Store too.
Who is it?
You ever go on Big Bad Toy Store?
Oh yeah, Big Bad Toy Store.
They got Cost Babies.
Do they really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, when you search Hot Toys, they'll eventually show up. I think some of them might be older, like Age of Ultron and stuff, but there might
Okay.
be like Hulkbuster and some other cool ones on there.
Yeah, I really want that Doctor Strange with the multiple arms. I saw the little Cosby that, and I was like, I need that guy.
They have a cos baby of that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was on eBay. Or it was on eBay, and they were selling them. And what are you doing? Why are you holding down? Why are you holding that down like it's a?
We have something else.
What do we have? Well,
Finish
anyway.
your thought,
anyway.
please.
What was I saying? I was talking about the
Doctor
Cosby.
Strange cos baby.
Yes. So they had it on eBay, but it said you'll get it in a few months, and it seemed like it was
Right.
coming from China. And I was like,
Ooh.
I just didn't know how I felt about it, so I decided not to go for it.
I wouldn't either.
No, it wasn't good. None of it was good. What do you got?
Well, there's someone really special in the chat right now,
What?
and I think we should talk a little bit of crap about him.
About who?
Thomas Studholm.
Oh, Thomas Studholm. Actually, if you guys wait till the end of this,
The end? No, no.
yeah, at the end,
Oh.
we're talking to KENTPOOL. KENTPOOL has the floor right now.
But he wants to see.
I understand, but we're gonna get to that at the end.
Okay.
So
Well,
we'll talk
I
about it
hope
at the end.
KENTPOOL
So I've,
tunes
just
in.
a small little preview at the end of this. After we talk to KENTPOOL, which we're enjoying, and we're going to spend a little bit more time with him, we will show you something that Thomas Studholm or Thomas Gray Studios sent us in the mail today that we received, and it's awesome, awesome, awesome. And I almost cried, literally almost cried, because I was in excitement and just couldn't believe what I was holding. So we will show you that like in a little bit. But first, we're
Well,
going to talk.
you're
KENTPOOL.
talking about tears, so now I'm kind of interested. I might want to see it.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Well, so there's a letter and everything. I kind of want to make it. At the end, we'll keep doing our thing, and you
Okay.
You're going to stick around, and then we'll show you. And that's something they
You
can.
got me excited.
Is that
I'm
we're-
sticking
yeah,
around. I'm
that's-
not leaving early.
That's how everybody's feeling. They're all feeling the same way about this. They want to stick around for this. So we have 3 random questions here. Why are you pulling this out of my hands?
Because they're not your questions, they're mine.
What are you, some sort of animal? Oh my God, Heather picked the questions. No.
You didn't. I didn't see you doing any work.
Good luck.
Okay,
Good luck,
so-
KENTPOOL.
So the first one's like sort of lame, but like interesting, I think.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. KENTPOOL. What is the best way to spend a rainy afternoon?
Nice. Well, I would say if there's a new season on Netflix, like The Punisher or something, binge watching's the way to go.
Yeah, that's a great one. What the?
I agree.
What are you thinking with the questions?
I was spending so much time on my phone searching for these questions that was just
What do
a
you
random
do
one I
during a
pulled.
rainy day? I'm gonna throw you out of here for this. What are you doing? What do you do on a rainy day?
Would play Kingdom Hearts 3 all day long.
You did
Nice.
that question only so you could use that as an answer.
No, I actually didn't think of it till just now.
This is such BS, KENTPOOL. I can't handle it.
Did
Let me see.
you
I'm
guys
reading-
pick
I'm
up
reading the
Kingdom Hearts
question.
3?
I gotta read the question
Huh?
and then I'll answer.
Did you guys pick it up?
Yeah.
You already played?
Oh yeah. I
How
haven't
is
played
it?
through the whole thing. I'm a slow player. I have a friend who's already beaten it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is insane. But I'm the type of player with games like that where I have to do everything
Sure.
like in each area
Mm-hmm.
before I move on to the next one. So I'm not super far in. Do you play video games? Are you a Kingdom Hearts fan?
So the problem with me in video games is I just get like too competitive, and with everything already going on and stuff, like if I picked up Call of Duty again, like I'd be up until 3 a.m. playing Call of Duty, and it's just hard for me to shut it off. And soon as little kids start like popping me, killing me and stuff, I start losing it and gotta buy like upgrades and all this crazy stuff. So I just get too crazy. I think the last game I bought was the final Batman Arkham.
Oh yeah, that game was really good. Actually, all the Batmans, in my opinion, were really good. Did you ever play those?
No.
Really, really good games. Really good games, actually.
I did play a little bit. We had one for VR, right?
Yeah, but that was more. It wasn't.
It was
like-
cool.
yeah, well, the Batman Arkham games, you like kind of fought. You were Batman. You're beating people up and stuff. It was actually really.
I
really
would
good.
have liked that.
They're making a new one apparently. I read something about it just the other day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that's going to be good.
Chris.
People are saying I'm being mean to you. I'm going to answer
You
this.
are.
I'm going to
Okay,
answer.
answer.
People are saying I'm being way too mean to you.
You are.
You should see after we shut everything down. You should see how she treats me.
What do I do
Ho
to you?
ho ho!
You blew a fart in my direction yesterday.
Oh
Two
my-
of them.
Heather,
Yes, you did.
we're among good company. Can we not talk about the farts?
Can you not do them?
What's the best way to spend on a rainy afternoon? What do I like to do? I would say video games, editing a video for Gastlecast.
That's work. I like fun.
Watching other YouTube channels, movies. I don't know.
What's the number one?
Probably if it's raining out and it's just me, video games. Like the one a couple weeks ago we played Smash Brothers. Remember we all played Smash Brothers on a rainy day. Me and Max.
But it wasn't just you. You said just you.
Just me. I'd like to play like a Resident Evil or something. Like something
Oh.
that kind of gets me. You know, I'm trying to figure things out, stuff like puzzles and stuff.
That's
I
cool.
enjoy that.
You wouldn't play Resident Evil if you were by yourself. Though.
You're right about that. I did get scared the other night.
You're a big baby.
Pretty scary.
I got scared. What's something that you've tried that you're much. What? That you're. What's something that you've tried that you'll never try again? Never try again.
Something I have tried. Man,
Won't do again.
I'm trying to think of just like a terrible pop or something. That's the first thing that's trying to come to my mind. How about I won't go to Barnes and Noble at like 6 in the morning because I think a million people are gonna be lined up.
That's a good one.
And no one lines up until like 10 minutes before open.
Yeah.
my answer is going to kind of piggyback on his, and it's standing in line at Hot Topic at Marley Station Mall, which is the worst Hot Topic ever.
Right?
Oh my God.
I go in there. I like it.
I stood in line 3 times, remember?
Yeah,
for KENTPOOL?
I don't like their policies. I think they're stupid.
They screwed me over big time. What's something that you tried that you would never do again?
Have you ever been to the carnival and seen so the only ones I've ever seen, as far as I know, are yellow. But it's a circular cage that you stand straight in, and it spins really fast, and then it like goes up and tilts and spins really fast.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, I will never get on one of those again.
Did you throw up?
No, I've never thrown up on
You didn't
a
throw
ride.
up?
No, I haven't.
Did you
thrown
get
up
sick
since
or
I was
anything?
6. No, I just get really dizzy really easily.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I thought it was a good idea. But, like, I was screaming, like, not like, oh, I'm having so much fun. No, like, legitimate, like, fear screaming. Like, I was so scared the entire time I was on that ride.
I got a question.
Oh.
The other night you mentioned... So, the other night we were on an interview with Jason Sloboda on Sunday, and Heather said that one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to her is that she fell down the stairs. When you fell down the stairs, did you scream like that?
No.
I was just wondering, did you scream as you fell down the stairs, or was it just like dum 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 dum?
It was just like
It was a little.
And then my face got really red.
Did it? You're embarrassed?
Yeah.
Did you hurt anything?
No.
Well, that's good.
No, that's good.
Carpeted.
Good.
It was really embarrassing. I was meeting this guy that I dated. I was meeting his family for the first time. And like they were at the foot of the stairs. And he was like, "Heather, come down." So I walked out and did like the first 2 stairs and then like right on my butt just down the rest of the way. And it wasn't a puny like 4 or 5 stairs. It was like 12 stairs.
That's a lot of stairs.
Well, 12 total. I probably fell down like 10.
One time I was running up the stairs backwards because somebody was chasing me, and I remember I hit my tailbone really hard and I cried. I thought I broke it. I couldn't sit down on a flat surface for a week.
Yeah, I've had a really bad
I had to sit on a weird pillow thing.
Oh, God.
If you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say?
Man, I thought I had the world's attention every Monday night KENTPOOL live.
Yeah.
You do.
That's disappointing.
No, I think she means every ear on the planet.
Every
one.
year on the planet.
And like somehow there's a translator for every not English speaking person.
Right.
Everybody.
30 seconds.
Even babies.
I think people just need to relax, especially in my line of work. It's so easy for people to just kind of overreact. So easy just to hit send buttons, to send, messages, replies, and people just need to chill and think about where they're at, what they're doing, and hopefully they're in a good situation and they can just enjoy what they got.
I like that.
You?
He's very wise.
He is. I would totally agree. But what would you? What would you do with 30 seconds?
Oh God, I would be like the girl in Mean Girls that doesn't even go here, where she like gets in front of the school and she's speaking about everyone just eating cake and getting along and being happy. That's what I want.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
But the cake would have to be really good and not dried out.
Sure.
Wow, I honestly, I don't know what to say now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I would do with 30 seconds. I'd probably recite as much of Rebel Yell by Billy Idol as I could.
There you go.
Yeah, people would throw things at you.
No, they would love it.
No.
Isn't that what it said in the question? What would they love for the 30 seconds?
No.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay. They would probably throw something at me.
I think what you would do is try to convert everybody into Funko Pop collectors.
You think so?
That's what you gift your co-workers at work, and they're like 60-year-old women.
True. That's very true.
Well, no, not everyone. You didn't give one to her. I'm overshooting. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Oh, you're thinking of somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're like 50-year-old women.
They're older. We have a good time. It's me and a bunch of 50-year-old women. We have a good time over there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So that's our 3 questions of the night. Good job, Heather. You picked some really good ones.
Thank you.
Let's move on from that as fast as we can. That was great.
I thought I did good.
No, you did fantastic.
Thanks.
So, KENTPOOL, you collect Marvel Legend figures. You collect Funko Pops. You have some Hot Toys. Are there any other things that you collect that your fans and people who are watching right now aren't aware of? Is there something else that you collect, like flags or guitar picks? Or is there something really bizarre that you collect that's outside of all this?
So I'm originally from Southeast Michigan, just outside of Ann Arbor, and it's not easy to see the pictures right now, but those are all Michigan football players, so I'm a big Michigan football fan.
Awesome. Okay.
That's cool. You know, it's really weird that you just told us where you're from, because you are in North Carolina, right?
Correct.
So most people I've met from North and South Carolina have pretty thick accents. And I was like, he doesn't have... And I think that every single time I watch one of your videos. But like, as we're talking to you, for whatever reason, it's more noticeable to me that he doesn't have a southern accent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I was going to
Charlotte's
ask, but I thought it would
a
be weird.
huge transplant city for the North. We have so many people from Michigan, Ohio, New York. Like, there's a lot of banking and stuff, so a lot of transplants from the North, especially in Charlotte. Now, you get outside of Charlotte, some of the cities outside of there, and then you start to pick it up. And like Ryan, he's originally from down here.
Oh, okay. So how far are you away from him, like time-wise?
We're probably about maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So you guys are really close to one another.
And probably some of the funny stuff, like some of his earlier videos, you might be surprised how many times we just kind of ran into each other and like didn't even plan on meeting up and stuff. So it's been kind of funny.
That is really funny. Well, that's cool that you guys are able to build a bond relationship and all that through a forum such as a Facebook group about action figures and things. You know, Heather and I have met a lot of friends that way too, which is pretty cool, huh? I mean, all things considered, you know, you got to think about it, or I think about it this way. High school, you meet a lot of your friends there, and then you kind of shed them off as you go on with life, and usually have maybe 1 or 2 from high school that you're friends with forever. At least that's how it is for me. And then after that, you kind of make friends at work, and then beyond that, not too many other ones. So meeting up with like groups like we're a part of, like Mid-Atlantic Collector Corps, we met a lot of friends through that particular group that we hang out with on a regular basis. So that says a lot about this whole toy collecting thing and how much community is kind of wrapped into that. That's what we're really strong on. Heather and I really like the community aspect. Are you big into the community where you are, as far as like a Funko Pop local group?
I mean, there's not too much local yet. There's been attempts kind of here and there, and we're still working on a couple different things locally. I do have some regular people that, we give each other heads ups on new releases, or if we see something, we'll reach out to each other, that kind of stuff. But we haven't really, not a huge following yet. I think things are starting to pick up in Charlotte. And again, as, it's a big growing city. Like last year, our comic book kind of con that we had was probably the biggest they've ever had. So I think it's starting to kind of pick up in this area.
That's cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
The meets that we have here are they're rather big for Mid-Atlantic Collector Corps. The ones that we have are like basically in like halls kind of things. And there are tables everywhere and there's people everywhere. In fact, I think for the one coming up in March where we're going live from, they're having a large like meetup there, and there's going to be everybody and their brother in the area is going to be there. So I just find that to be cool. We go there and we kind of know everybody by name, and they kind of know us, and it's a neat little community that's built down here. So, that's cool that you have something like that going on down where you're at. And of course, so you're a part of the syndicate, right? Is that where you said you met Ryan?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so the syndicate's really cool too. But of course, that's like people are from all over the I guess the country and possibly the world. I don't know if it's a worldly group or not. I'm not real deep with them.
I would say definitely nationally, and again, that's kind of watching people like Cincy Nerd and Josh Pence. I mean, they were kind of the guys that I started like, hey, I can go out, I can find these figures, and got me into it.
Oh, that's cool. So that's kind of what got you into all this, is the fact that you liked watching people do this same thing that you're doing now.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool. So the name KENTPOOL, what's the backstory on that?
So we were doing a 3-pack live, and I was running a little late. I think I had stopped to look at a few things, kind of lost track of time, started getting messages from Ryan and Greg asking where I was at. And I'm like, well, I'm a good 10, 15 minutes late. I have to make quite the appearance coming in. So I had gone to GameStop, and they had the Deadpool. It was like a winter hat, but it had like the eyes poked out of it like the mask. So you could pull it down just enough. And as I came onto the screen live, that's all everybody saw was the Deadpool hat over my head.
Awesome.
Coming into the live stream, and it kind of stuck with me ever since.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, that's a cool story about how you got your name.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I like that. Yeah, that's really cool. So besides Ryan, do you have other close friends that are down there with you? Like, are there other people you go hunting with, or is it mainly you doing this on your own?
It's mostly me.
Mostly you. Yeah, we have a couple friends, but we don't really go hunting. Like I said before, we don't go hunting as much as we used to. Yeah. But sometimes I actually had a friend who was big into collecting Transformers. And
nice.
Because he loved toys like that. In fact, he's the guy that got me involved in everything that you see behind me. He was into Transformers, I was into Pop, so we would go out hunting all the time together. And it kind of made it a fun day trip to do. Like, go to various comic book stores, go to the big stores, Target and Toys R Us and all that. Well, Toys R Us, no, it's not happening anymore. It's really sad. Yeah, I got a little tear there. So, Funko Pops that we know that are coming out in the future, what is one that you have your eyes on, one that you really want to get your hands on? Is there one out there you're just like, oh my God, I got to have this thing?
I mean, I'm real happy with the exclusives for Captain Marvel. I can't wait until the movie, so I'm definitely excited for the Target exclusive.
Yes. I can't wait for that. Cannot wait for that. I would have liked a Captain Marvel / Ghost Rider. Wouldn't that have been kind of cool?
I think if you do anything / Ghost Rider, it'll be amazing.
True. That's a true statement. I agree with you there. Yeah, the Target Captain Marvel, I think, is my favorite of the bunch. You had the Walmart one. I think I did see you showing that one off one day. That one's a great one. I love the glow on it. I think it glows in the dark. The glow in the dark of that one is just spectacular. It looks really good in photos. But that Target one is definitely hands down my favorite. I like the Chase as well. I like the Chase.
Yeah, the Chase is cool.
Yeah. So speaking of taking speaking of pictures and picturesque, do you take photos of your action figures and toys?
Oh yeah, I like posting on Instagram.
Okay, so you post like photos, like action pose kind of stuff.
Yeah, I got one diorama right now, which is probably my favorite piece, and I just try to work in different shots and everything. It's actually right over here, and it is the Danger Room.
Oh, that's awesome.
and you can
That's
see it
sweet.
kind of changing like into a street setting. So I try to sometimes just play with the street setting. Sometimes use both the danger room and the street setting. So that's the main piece that I use right now.
So where'd you get the setting?
It is. I don't want to say the wrong person, but it's on Instagram. And I got to remember the builder's name, but basically he made it and had it for sale on eBay, and now I follow him on Instagram.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. I saw you did a picture the other day with the Spider-Man, like sort of in between. That was really, really cool.
Yeah, I definitely try to set up different shots when doing reviews and stuff. Try to kind of play with different angles. I'm a huge fan of like the flight stands and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So try to use them to, create different shots and trying to hide them and everything. So, and I actually just picked up off of eBay some different like effect pieces and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
So you can kind of add some different designs, and also got like these lightning effects and everything. So
Oh, that's
definitely
awesome.
gonna be playing with those and doing some different pictures.
So what do you do? Do you Photoshop the little legs and stuff out of that stuff, or what?
I haven't, I just try to play with different angles and stuff, and if I like it, I'll put it up. So that'll probably be the next challenge. I try to challenge myself to do a little more editing on my videos and stuff. So probably pictures will be the next little challenge.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, with me and Heather, when they started doing the Funko Photo a Day challenge, that's when we started taking our pops out of the boxes and photographing them. And we were getting really like, what the heck was that?
The cat's scratching
Cat,
his
man, this
post.
cat's getting on my nerves. I'm not kidding you about this. No, we started
Could
taking
be
pictures.
Goose.
Well, no, he's not Goose. He looks like Moose. He's humongous. Heather and I started taking pictures Funko Photo a Day challenge, taking the pops out of the box. The first time it happened, Heather was taking it out of the box, and I thought I was going to lose my ever-loving mind.
Right.
Because she was removing it out of the box, and I'm like, no!
Yeah, he got really upset over that.
Big time.
I was like, it's not a big deal.
But once she did it like the first 2 times, I was like, you know what? I can do this. I'll do the same thing. So I started taking them out of the box too. And when I started to do that, I went out and I bought some poster board and I started setting that up and taking all these different shots and stuff. And I found a lot. I don't know what it is. It isn't so much the enjoyment of like what it comes to look like afterwards. Of course, that's a big cog and all that. But it was kind of like getting the perfect photo and lining everything up just right, in your camera. There was something just really soothing about it. Like something that just made me like I just felt good when I would like get the photo and I would show Heather. I'm like, oh my god, it's the best picture ever. And Heather was like, oh my god, like a worried mother. Oh my god, that is a great picture, honey. That looks great. And of course, it's probably horrible. But Heather was, you're very supportive, and I really appreciate that.
I know I am.
But still have not won a Funko Photo a Day challenge myself. But this little lady has. She's a big deal around here. I don't know if you know that. But so speaking of which, so what I'm getting at with this is, do you actually take photos for Funko Photo a Day challenge? Do you take part in that?
I don't. I just have this goofy. I don't really enter many contests, and I don't know if it's just like one of those. I don't know. I guess everybody would think it was rigged if I won. I don't know. I'm weird like that.
Really? Yeah. I guess I can understand.
Maybe it's because all the free stuff I've seen Ryan get, and I know how rigged it is for him.
Yeah, I mean, we just do it because we like taking the photos, and what I find to be the most fun of it is the fact of it's almost like a gamble. Like Heather and I are like, this picture is so good, I can't wait to see if tomorrow we're in the video for Funko's video. And
yeah, that's cool.
One go around, we were in the videos a lot, like throughout the entire thing. Remember, it was almost like every other day. and we were really proud of that. This past time, Heather got picked up a couple times. I didn't get picked up, I don't think at all.
You did?
I think I got picked up like once. The whole time. Seriously. It was one time.
No.
Was definitely not rigged for us.
I think it's totally like random the way that they do it. I don't know how they do it, but it's weird. I can't figure it out because not all of the pictures are like stellar, but they're also not like the really like low end of the totem pole ones where people are like super lazy about it. Like they normally include a lot of pretty creative ones.
Yeah.
So they're obviously like picking and choosing here and there, but I just don't know. Like, are they the absolute favorites? Are they just some that catch their eye? Like, what is it? I don't know.
I don't know, but she won, and it was a picture that I took.
He's so proud of that.
Oh, so proud. So proud. Can't believe I took that grand old picture. Can I ask what you guys are talking about with taking pictures? Glamma, Funko, absolutely you can. Every once in a while, Funko will actually do a Funko Photo a Day challenge. It'll pop up randomly, and you'll see like something from Funko pop up, and it's like almost like a little calendar, and it tells you every day what pictures you need to take. One day it might be treats, so you'll take a picture of a Funko Pop with say some candy or something. Another day it could be like a nightmare or scary, and you have a scary character or have scary lighting or something. So they give you all these different times and this calendar where you can take all these different pictures. And if you go in every single day, and there's a possibility you could win. And they actually send you a proto. Heather won a proto from hers. It was Jeffrey Negan. Jeffrey D. Morgan Negan was sent to us. It was awesome, actually. Went really, really well with our Walking Dead collection.
Yeah, it was really cool that I actually won. I mean, all of the pops that we take pictures of for those, they're all part of our collection, so it's obviously stuff that we enjoy. But it was just crazy that that's probably like
that's us.
The number one for both of us, and I happened to win that day.
Right.
That was really, really cool.
Right, yeah, I thought that was really cool too.
Glamma, I would say they do it at least spring and fall, but they also had one around the holidays this year, which was really cool.
Sometimes you'll have it and it's like a month, kind of a month period, and then a couple months later, last year in 2018, it showed up right around Christmas time, like Heather's saying, and it was like really close. Like both of the Funko Photo a Day challenges showed up really close to one another. I found that kind of interesting.
Well, I think the spring and the fall ones are the month long, and then I think the December one was like 12. Was it? It was
something
12
like
days
12 days of Christmas, something
like
that. So Ken, I highly suggest that the next go around, I would love to see your photos. I think you should take part in it seriously.
Yeah, we might give it a shot.
I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool.
If you win, I will comment how rigged it was.
Exactly.
No, I think it's cool because I like going through all the photos and seeing what people are up to. And it's always fun to see what somebody's idea of whatever the day is. I think that's cool.
It's really cool. They have like, it is just interesting to just click the hashtag and go through all the recents and see what people's different ideas they come up with, I guess. Like Something Blue was an interesting one because everyone has a different blue Funko Pop that they love, but what is it? Right. And is it in a blue room with a blue background, or is it just the pop itself? Is it outside? Like what goes into it? I love looking at that. I think it's really interesting.
Same here. So what is your very favorite Marvel character, KENTPOOL? What is your favorite character that you buy anytime something comes out for that particular character? You have to have it. Is there one?
I would say Wolverine. He's probably my top Marvel.
Okay, Wolverine. Cool. That's a cool character. Did you enjoy the movie Logan?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy with Logan.
I loved Logan. Like, wasn't very big into the Fox Studio Marvel films, like the X-Men films. Wasn't a huge fan of those because I'm a big MCU guy. But that Logan film was really something. That was really something. And it was sad because, like, the actor that played Logan, what is his name? I can never remember his name. Hugh Jackman. Yeah. He was like, well, this is the last Wolverine movie, blah, blah, blah. And then they come out with Logan. I was like, oh my God, we needed more of this. We should have had
Right.
two or three of these things. Logan was an excellent
And
film.
I was a little disappointed that they cut out the Sabretooth scene.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Maybe it stinks that they did, but maybe it's for the best because the trajectory of the movie, it just works so perfectly. It was almost like watching an art film or something, like an independent film. It was sort of it was a weird film.
That opening scene, I was like, I just sat there wide-eyed, like, what is going on? I love this so much.
I remember Heather leaned into me, and I hadn't taken her to many comic book films up to that point. She leaned into me and she said, if the rest of the movie is anything like this, or no, she said, that was like the coolest thing I've ever seen. How could the rest of the movie top this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. Strap your seatbelt in. We're going to find out. And man, what a movie that was. So how many how many Wolverine Funko Pops and figures do you have? Do you have like a lot of them?
I'm a little lazy on the pops. I think I just have Weapon X. I think I have a re-release of the original Wolverine. And then I have the Logan and the Old Man Logan. So I definitely got some work to do in the Funko Pops.
Yeah, there are a lot, and there are a lot that are very expensive too.
Sure.
So, Dorbs or no Dorbs?
No Dorbs.
That's hurting me a little bit. No, it's okay. How about mystery minis?
Mystery minis are usually gifts, so it's definitely cool, the ones that I do get, but I don't go out of my way to get them.
Pint size, same thing?
Same thing, yep. So if it's in a collector's box or somebody sends it to me, awesome, but usually don't go out of my way.
How tied in are you with the classic Funko stuff? Are you into the old school Funko? Now it's not spastic plastic, called it something else now. But the wacky wobblers, were you into any of those? Did you ever pick up any of those guys?
No, definitely not the old school stuff. Just trying to look and see because to be honest, I really don't have a lot of old pops. Like I was joking today when I was hyping up, I said I'll have to show off my modern Mickey collection because I've got the 90-year Mickeys, but I don't have anything older. So most of my collection is pretty much 2017.
Oh, 2017. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. So I started collecting late 2014. I think I looked up an email the other day, and it actually happened like early 2014 or something. In fact, I started like earlier than I thought I did. Or was it? No, I'm sorry, early 2015. 2015, not 2014. 2015. Because the Guardians of the Galaxy Pop started releasing in like January, February. Because the film came out August 2014.
Yeah, but I think that we had looked up your Amazon order.
Did it go back to 2014?
Yes, it did, because I thought it was early 2015.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. I ordered them on Amazon, and they didn't ship until January.
Gotcha.
That's what I think it was. Anyway, so I got into them way back when as well. And it's funny, because looking back on it, there have been so many that have been in my possession that we've had, that we've traded, or just we wanted to get something better. There are so many ad icons that we had that are so valuable. It's really just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like the original, like who was it? The Lucky, the Trix Rabbit, and the Cuckoo Bird. We had all three of those as a 3-pack.
We had the Glow Lucky. We
had a Glow Lucky. We had the bird, Toucan Sam. Did you ever get any of those?
I got Toucan Sam. Yeah, nice. I got real lucky on that one.
Same here. It was weird because I had hit the order button and it like locked everything up. And then all at once on my email, like an hour later, I got like 15 emails telling me my order went through.
But he got turned into a hot toy, so.
Oh, good move. That's not bad. I would have done the same thing, honestly. But Heather wanted something, and what my baby wants, my baby gets.
That's right.
And pays for the rest of her freaking life.
Yeah, Yeah, because you traded for no, not Headless Herschel. You traded for Zombie Merle. That's a good pop, though. I was happy to get it.
Pop.
I was happy to get it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about where is KENTPOOL, the channel now, and where does KENTPOOL, the channel, want to be? Where are you going? What are you doing? What does the future look like? How bright is it for KENTPOOL?
I mean, YouTube is a funny beast. I definitely earlier this week wasn't feeling well. Some of the videos that I put out weren't quite hitting the numbers that I was hoping that they would hit. And luckily, I got some sweet people that just remind me to kind of keep at it and have fun. But it's easy to get kind of stuck and trapped into the numbers. And then after being all kind of whiny and a big baby about those numbers, I hit over 4,000 hours watched. So,
nice.
It's give and take, and it's just trying to enjoy what you do and enjoy the people that you get to meet. So I'm really enjoying the people that are always there, always watching, always commenting, and just trying to enjoy and be happy with that, and then just put good content out.
Sure. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, so
you sound a lot like Chris.
No. So the thing about me is this. I mean, if Heather wants me to get into this, so I sometimes I feel the same way. Now, I will tell you this: when it comes to our channel and what we're doing, we do this strictly out of having a good time. That's what this is all about. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy editing. I'm always learning something along the way. If for nothing else, if the YouTube channel just one day falls apart, it just falls apart. But I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing right now. It's fun trying to put these videos together and making them interesting and funny. Heather and I are sitting down here for hours at a time trying to come up with funny material, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in our videos we try to be funny, not always hitting the mark. Not always hitting the mark, but we try.
Speak for yourself. I am funny.
She's hilarious. I used to see her behind the scenes. She's hilarious. But anyway, sometimes I do get a little downtrodden over the fact that there aren't a whole lot of views coming in on certain things. But I always think back and I say to myself, wait a minute, there are a bunch of people that we see on a regular basis in our chat. A lot of them here right now that come in to talk to us specifically. That is what matters to me.
Exactly.
That's what matters to me. I love the people. I feel like when we're on here live, I feel like we're here hanging out, right? So we're hanging out with these guys. They're talking to us. We're talking to them.
And thank goodness you all aren't in our house, because it's very small and it would get really hot and cramped. So we're lucky that we can do it through the internet.
Speak for yourself. We like to party! Yeah! I understand where you're coming from with that. And here's the thing, KENTPOOL, if I may call you that.
Yes, sir.
I think that going forward, we collaborate a lot more. We should collaborate. We should make fun videos, or we should go live with together and hang out and have fun and spread the Gastlecast, the KENTPOOL word, the scripture. We should talk about.
I don't know. We're not allowed to talk about the Instagram group, right? That's like the Illuminati, right?
Oh, the Illuminati. Yeah, right. But it's all about having a good time. We like to have a good time. We love you guys, and that's what it's all about, right?
It is.
So, do you have any new things on the horizon that you're planning right now, or do you have things that are on the burner, and you're like, you know what, next week I'm doing this, or I'm doing that, or I want to try this out, I want to try that?
I mean, I'm just having fun. A lot of Marvel Legends. We got like 3 waves just back to back. So I'm actually picking up the Black Panther wave tomorrow from one of my local comic book shops. And then I'm working on a deal. Hopefully I'm going to be getting some classic Toy Biz Marvel Legends, and it's going to be a complete wave. So it'll be kind of fun to go back and do something that I didn't have an opportunity to pick up at retail.
Awesome. That's really, really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that content. That's great. Yeah, so we'll have to get on more often. You'll have to come on with us. We can come on with you. We can have fun hangout time. It's going to be
Definitely.
epic. It's going to be epic. But what I wanted to talk about now, I want to move away. By the way, go make sure you follow KENTPOOL. You go follow him. You go subscribe to him right now.
If you don't already.
Step away for a couple of seconds. If you're not already there, go there right now. That's what you need to do, okay? Believe me, it's good. It's real good. But what I wanted to talk about right now is something very near to my heart, Heather. It's a little prize that we received today. It's beautiful. In fact, a little tear ran down my face earlier. Okay?
I got really excited over this.
Well, I'm not gonna show it yet. First, I want to read this letter.
Okay.
Now, I do want to warn you that this letter is a full page and about a quarter long, and I don't know how to read. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody else. Hello, Heather and Chris. Thank you. Well, by the way, we sent a little gift to our pal Thomas Gray. Thomas Gray stud home. We sent him a little Chase Chewbacca flock. Right? Dorbs.
Yeah, not a Chewbacca flocked.
Yeah. You're right.
Pop.
Adorbs, which Kent doesn't like, so we're not going to bring that up again. Being interviewed and promoted on your YouTube channel was a thrill and a blast. You are the blue collar collector champions. You're real and not pretentious. Believe that? You talk about relative things, and you invite us into your man and woman cave, in parentheses, Hunter's Gallery and Museum. And you entertain and make people smile and laugh and think even, and think even. In parentheses, that was for Chris, as Heather is obviously the brains of the outfit. That is why I listed her first in my greeting. I know she can read. Oh, he's speaking directly to me in this letter. This is a gift and gesture of my appreciation and love and friendship. I will hunt together with you in Colorado if ever you need anything. We hunt together.
Can I say something really ridiculous right now?
Sure.
When I read this earlier, do not ask me why. So, Chris, you said you can't read. I can't read. I read Colorado as Colorado, and I thought he was making up words. And I was just like, oh, that's cute. But
Is that like the place they go in the Lego movie, Colorado?
Colorado?
I don't know.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Oh.
You know, I'm getting married to this. I don't know if you guys know that.
I know where Colorado is and like what it is.
No,
but
it's not Colorado anymore. It's Colorado.
You know, I always thought it was Kentucky, you know.
Kentucky.
Me too.
Too bad they don't do a slam of Funko exclusives for Denver Comic Con. It's so pretentious, they are now calling it Denver Pop Culture Con. No exclusives, period, he says. This is also a gift and gesture of my deepest regard and best wishes for your marriage. Oh,
He's so nice. Little does he know we already have the divorce papers printed.
I know. This is actually where I cried a little bit. I did cry.
Really?
I did.
No, you didn't. You don't cry.
I'm trying to get a little something extra later. You know what I'm saying? You are blessed to have found each other and to share what you do. It is very apparent you have a deep connection and love. My advice is never stop having fun. Get mad, get pouty, get emotional, and talk about it. No unspoken expectations or assumptions. Have fun and talk about it and celebrate that you have found you have found
the one you love.
You found the one you love. You are blessed and fortunate.
One love. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You are blessed and fortunate. You hunt together always. We hunt together. P.S. There is a mini ash can folio in there too. A collection of portrait work I have drawn. I'm going to show that as well. A little background on Groot. So this is a Groot picture I'm about to show you. So listen up. You're going to want to hear this part to understand the photo. In order to understand the artwork, you need to hear this part and remember this part. This is very important, what I'm about to say to you. So get those ears going. A little background on Groot. I've been a Marvel fan since the early 1970s. Collected countless comic books. Tried to draw like the Marvel bullpen masters: Jack Kirby, Frank Miller, John Byrne, John Buscema, John Romita Jr., on and on. Sorry, I don't know these names. I know some, but not all. The only miniseries I didn't collect in the 1980s, when miniseries were at their finest, Wolverine, Cloak and Dagger, Punisher, Secret Wars, was Rocket Raccoon by Mike Mignola. Creator of Hellboy. Oh, Hellboy's cool. He says. Then Guardians came out. First time I'd ever heard of the character group. Star-Lord sounded familiar. I thought maybe I thought maybe I had number one. It was a black and white magazine in the 1980s. I raced home after the movie and found out I had issue number 2. It wasn't number 1. Groot was my first of my large biologically mutated hero portraits. So you'll understand that once we go through if you haven't watched the interview with Thomas. The first version I whited out a lot. I have a photo of the first version somewhere. I'll try and find it and send it. It's strange because I started without a pencil drawing. Went with my gut. Permanent ink is not forgiving. It looked awful. I whited out a lot of it and drew in with pencil the form of him and his facial features. The rest was freehand. All the wood grain I painted as I went. I never used to use corrective fluid. I was sitting next to an inker in class, and he asked what I had. I had a stack of incomplete drawings, all with mistakes in ink. I had redrawn at least 7, and I made mistakes on every one. He said to use whiteout. Everyone does and has to. Everyone makes mistakes. He told me to go to an exhibit that was in town. Finished original covers and comic books by everyone worth seeing. Franzetta, R. Crumb, Bernie Wrightson, all of them had whiteout on them. So the whiteout on the Groot, which is going to be on the picture, is what gives it character. Even though most won't notice, it's as imperfect as Groot. And I don't think I would have been more successful on the next one. Knowing you can correct mistakes makes one more confident going forward. One more confidence going forward. He's special, one of a kind, original Groot. We all are. I am Groot. We are all Groot together. Oh, that's a good one. We are all Groot together should be the word tonight. So, this is incredible. This is hand drawn. This is him hand drawn. This is not a print. This is a piece of artwork made for the Gastlecast or something that he just sent us in his personal collection. This is a picture of Groot. It is absolutely stunning.
Very cool.
So in person, I'm going to tell you right now. In person, it is something to behold. You might not be able to see it as clear in a video, but it is hand drawn. If you kind of tilt it, to the light, you can see where he used like markers and pens. It's a little shiny and things. Ballpoint pen, but you can see where it's shinier in some places, so you can totally see where he used an actual pen. But you can see there are some whiteout spots there where he was drawing and I guess decided he was not going to use those particular lines, especially up in here. But man, is that insane. I mean, this is really insane. I can't wait to get a frame this weekend and hang it on the wall. Probably one of my greatest pieces I think I own. I'm talking all collectibles. I'm talking about all toys. I'm talking about all artwork. This might be number one of most amazing things in my collection and our collection. And I can't thank you enough, Thomas. Gray Studios, you are amazing, and we love you so much. So thank you. We hunt together. Absolutely. And the other thing he sent...
Brush and ink, no pen. I don't know why I thought I read ballpoint pen.
I don't know.
I'm crazy.
So he's big into Chewbacca.
Nice.
So there's a little Chewbacca on the front. These are all different artworks. Another Chewbacca, and that appears to be like a picture of him as a zombie. There's like some other zombie-looking art, like kind of in here. They're kind of cool looking too. I dig really those. There's like some freaky stuff. So he asked us a while back. He asked, "What picture would you want for me to send you guys?" And I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. He's going to send something to us." I was like, I really like the Groot and I like the Medusa head. So this is the Medusa head right here. You can see there's a hand up here holding the Medusa head and blood like kind of falling from it. And I saw this in the Groot, and I told Heather, I said, I can't select my favorite out of the two. I just happen to like, I like all his artwork, but I happen to love both of these pictures, this and the Groot. And we said, you know what? Send us whatever you want. Whatever you want to send us, go ahead. And he sent us the Groot, and I couldn't be more happy. I'm so glad he sent that because it goes in our room so well.
That's Bigfoot, he said.
Oh, that's Bigfoot. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's Bigfoot.
How did you think that was Chewbacca?
You know what? Because I don't know, but there's Chewbacca.
There's Chewbacca.
Yeah, there's Chewbacca. Yeah, so
I was thinking, what was it? The Hendersons. What was that?
Oh
guy's
yeah,
name?
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, Harry.
So he has the thing there, and there's Groot. So excellent work. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Thomas Gray, you are really something. So thank you for sending that to us. We appreciate it more than you could even know. So boom, there you go. So for all of our people that have been coming on on the interview with us, we're sending little pieces. So don't be surprised, KENTPOOL, if we reach out to you and ask for an address and put something together, a little pack to show our love for you to come on with us for this particular interview series. Because we started this with the idea that it would allow us to meet new people and get to know some people that we already know. And man, it's been a real ride so far. I'm absolutely and totally in love with it. I could do this for the rest of my life. I love talking to people, getting to know people, and getting a little bit of background, and especially the whole collecting Funko Pops thing, especially because we collect them. I just find that so interesting. And what was your very first pop? That's a question I didn't ask you. I'd like to know. What was your very first one?
So originally the idea was just sports pops.
Right.
And being in North Carolina, Charlotte, my very first pop was Cam Newton.
Ah, Cam Newton. So how many pops did you collect in the sports line before you decided to jump ship and collect everything else?
I was probably maybe, I'd say about 6 or 7. Like I probably got most of those NFL pops that came out with Cam Newton at that time. And then my next idea was I was just going to get Batman DC pops. So
Cool.
I probably got about 6 in before I started picking up the DC pops.
Okay. So do you have a want list right now already ready to go?
For
Funko Pops? Like, do you have a list on PPG or Stash?
Stashpedia.
Yeah. So forward that to us on Instagram. That way we know what's on your want list. I do want to give away. Do we have a comic book tonight to give away?
Yeah.
I would love to give away a comic book. I do want to let you guys know and remind you before I show you the comic book. Jason Swoboda was on live with us on Sunday. It was fantastic. By the way, Jetta, hello. I did see you in there. Thank you guys who did tune in for Jason Swoboda. If you did not watch it, go back and watch the Jason Swoboda video if you have some time. It's excellent. It's awesome. The comic I'm going to show you is he was a co-writer on. He thankfully, or what's the word I'm looking for? We appreciate the fact that he included us in his comic book by allowing us to put a piece of our, what do you want to call it, artwork? I don't know what to call it. Or advertisement.
I guess.
Yeah, advertisement.
Little Gastlecast ad.
Yeah, it's very awesome. I actually almost entered one of those contests because that's pretty sweet.
You should have.
Absolutely.
#rigged. It just sounds like all the time.
Well, we're actually going to. I'm going to go visit Jason tomorrow. I think if I have time. He's doing a signing of the comic book, and I just wanted to go and show a little love.
Yeah.
Down there tomorrow.
I
Very
have
cool.
an idea. Get a couple extras.
Okay, I will do that. So we have 2 comic books here. God Mode, excellent comic of a 4-part series. Of course, it has the Gastlecast on the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to select a winner out of this somehow, some way. How do you want to do it?
Well, you didn't announce this till just now.
I know.
It's getting sort of late.
I know.
So, KENTPOOL, any ideas?
I know I have an idea.
You do.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm about to post a video on our...
Nice.
I'm going to post a video on YouTube. And on that video that we post, I want you to comment. and we're going to announce the winner. We'll announce after we post it, about an hour afterwards. We'll post something on Instagram telling you the timing. But you'll have that amount of time to go on, put in your random comment, and we will post the winner on Instagram. It'll actually be one of our posts that we post on.
This is too complicated. Can we just give them away right here, right now?
No, because I think it'll be fun. That way it'll get them to go and comment on our video, and then we can do a random comment generator there twice. Boom. Boom. That's how you win, Heather. I got the ideas up here.
Okay.
Gee, can you give me a little bit of love over this, or? Oh my God! Can you believe this?
How about one boom?
Yeah. So guys, thank you. So let me just say, KENTPOOL, thank you so much for being here. Again, we'll collaborate some more going into the future. I think that's going to be fun.
Definitely.
You come up with some ideas, I'll come up with some ideas, and we'll just do something. We'll throw something together. Guys, we'll be back on Sunday live once again, but that time we're actually doing another interview. We're doing an interview off schedule because it's somebody's birthday, one of our pals' birthday. So we're gonna go live with him. We're gonna talk to him. What's his name? You had his in written down. Kyle
O'Brien.
Kyle O'Brien, a good pal. I don't remember anything, Kyle, so don't take it the wrong way. Kyle O'Brien, we are going to go live with him for an interview. We're going to talk to him about his collection and all that kind of jazz. And I think Wes Howard from Poppin' Off Toys might drop by and hang out with us for a little while and talk about what he sees on the horizon, because the New York Toy Fair is coming up. Wow. So maybe he'll talk a little bit about that. So we'll have that and more for you on Sunday. And when's the next time we can check something out from you, KENTPOOL? You posting a video soon, going live soon? What's up?
I mean, there'll be some content this weekend. I'll probably end up doing something Sunday. Right now, we're getting ready to play our first volleyball games tomorrow, so my schedule's a little crazy, but I'm gonna get it figured out. But probably something Sunday.
Cool. Well,
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to it. I love your content.
Thank you.
And I think you do a great job. I love your coverage on Marvel Legends specifically because it's often that I run into action figures while I'm in the store and I'm kind of indecisive. Am I really going to buy it? Am I going to like it that much? And you kind of give me a little bit of insider knowledge if I'm really going to like that figure or not. And I'm telling you right now, on a couple of the figures for Captain Marvel, I'm going to have to go out and buy because you said so. So I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
Hey, maybe one of these days, let's get on here and we'll just talk about specifically Marvel Legends. I'll show off some of the Marvel Legends I have, and we can have a Marvel Legends talk. How's that sound?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Definitely anything you guys want to talk about.
Excellent. That sounds beautiful. We will do it.
We can talk about walks on the beach, rainy days, I'm always happy to talk with you guys. This has been a lot of fun for me.
Good, man. Hey, it's been a lot of fun for us, too, and we appreciate you being here. What were you were about to say something? Anything important?
Yeah, I was just going to say his army of Marvel Legends would crush yours. But...
Oh, yeah, I know. Look at the mountain of Marvel Legends he has back there.
Yeah, we have 5.
Yeah, our Marvel Legends are
Maybe
pretty
6.
sad looking.
But they're great.
It might be a good team. You never know.
Well, we're going to do something. We're going to do something big in the future. I can already see it. Seriously, we're going to set something up. We're going to do something big. Maybe we could even think about doing some sort of blind box to each other in some capacity. Nice. I think that would be kind of fun. Maybe we could go do a little different than the Marvel Legends. Maybe we can go outside and do, Funko Pops. Maybe we can do Marvel Legends or other action figures that we like. How's that?
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. Definitely would be interested.
Excelente. I like that. Why'd you write tenders to Jetta Patrol? You know I like chicken nuggets.
That was my answer.
Don't like that. Guys, thank you for tuning in. We of course, we are so infatuated and in love with you. We're going to text you a lot. It's going to be weird. So we will catch you next time. We'll be back on Sunday. We're going to have our good pal, Kyle O'Brien, on for an interview. And Wes Howard might stop by. Make sure you post right down there comment section as our outro plays. We would like to see some We Hunt Togethers, We Love Together, We Paint Together, We Draw Together, We Groot Together, We Are Groot Together. Something, I don't know, do something. Make it fun. Guys, thank you for tuning in. KENTPOOL, again, everybody go and follow KENTPOOL and sub to him. Please do it, yes!
before you do that, do not forget, we're giving away 2 signed copies of God Mode, which, yes, quick draw, you will be able to find in comic shops. If your comic shop does not get these, ask them for it. They will get it for you. These are signed by our good buddy Jason, and they have us on the back, which is really super cool. So, like Chris instructed earlier, he's about to post a video in, how long would you say?
I don't know how long it's going to take.
30 minutes, an hour.
30 minutes.
Comment on that. We are going to do a random comment generator for 2 of you. 2 people will win one of these comic books. Look out for that on Instagram.
And we'll post a little something on Instagram so you know when to go and enter that. Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, KENTPOOL. We are out.